Chelsea march on to the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup after a close encounter with Southampton. Watch until the end of this review to hear all of my thoughts on today's match. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my review of the match that took place this evening at Stamford Bridge in the Carabao Cup 4th round between Chelsea and Southampton, which Chelsea ended up winning 4-3 on penalties after a 1-1 draw. So what I'm going to do for you guys in terms of this review is that firstly, I will be giving you guys the lineup that Thomas Tuchel fielded at the start of the match. I will then be giving you guys my thoughts on the match itself, and as always, I'll be breaking it down into the first half and the second half. I will be giving you guys my thoughts on the penalties as well, and in addition to this, I'll be giving you guys the positives and the negatives that I took from the match, and lastly, I will be giving you guys my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming Premier League fixture that will be taking place this Saturday at St James's Park against Newcastle United with kickoff at 3 p.m. UK time. So without further ado, let's get straight into this review. So we begin this review by taking a look at the lineup that Thomas Tuchel fielded at the start of our match against Southampton in the Carabao Cup 4th round. And as always, we kick things off by taking a look at the formation that Thomas Tuchel went with. Yes, it was a 3-4-3. That was pretty much expected. But in terms of the personnel that Thomas Tuchel chose to field, he went with Kepa in goal. It was a much changed back three of Reece James at right centre-back, Trevor Chalobah in the centre of our back three, and Malang Sarr in the left centre-back position. There were quite a few changes in our midfield line as well. And as always, I'm going to read it out from right to left. In the right wing-back position, it was Callum Hudson-Odoi who started. In the two central midfield positions, it was Mateo Kovacic and Saul Niguez, and in the left wing back position, that does not roll off my tongue very easily, I apologise. But anyways, in the left wing back position, it was Marcos Alonso, and the front three comprised of Hakim Ziyech in the right forward position, Kai Havertz up front as expected, and Ross Barkley, surprisingly in my opinion, in the left forward position. But anyways guys, that is the lineup that Thomas Tuchel fielded at the start of today's match against Southampton. Now we shall dive into my thoughts on the match, and as always, I'm going to begin by getting into my thoughts on the first half. And I have to say that I felt as though it was an even contest in the early stages of the match. I felt as though both sides came out really quickly, although I do have to say that we had the better chances in the early stages of the match. Saul Niguez had that header which came from across from our right hand side, but Fraser Forster made a really good save. But after that, Kai Havertz did have a couple of opportunities to get on the score sheet and open the scoring in favour of us, but Fraser Forster made a really good save with the first one that came as a result of Kai Havertz trying to curl the ball into the top right corner on his side with his weaker right foot from the left hand side. And I have to say that was a great save, and the second one came as a result of Kai Havertz getting into a good position with the ball but firing his shot wide of the target. But other than that, we didn't really have any other clear-cut chances. Southampton did grow into the game as the half went on, and you have to give them credit for that. But I have to say that we also played a part in Southampton getting back into the game, or getting more into the game, shall I say, because I felt as though our passing was a bit sloppy in parts of the first half, if not large parts of the first half. But yes, I'm going to get into the goal. Great goal. It came as a result of Hakim Ziyech putting the ball into the box from the left corner quadrant. and it was a brilliant cross. You have to give him credit for that. And Kai Havertz rose above Kyle Walker-Peters as you would expect him to do so, and headed the ball into the back of the net. Fraser Forster got nowhere near it. Don't blame him though; it was not his fault. The very fact that Kyle Walker-Peters was marking Kai Havertz in the first place um, is a big question mark anyway. But great header from Kai Havertz, and we went into a 1-0 lead. And I have to say that you can argue that it was a bit of a sucker punch because Southampton were playing well. They were forcing us into mistakes, and we were they were forcing us into mistakes. But you have to say that at certain times in the first half, we did give the ball away quite cheaply without Southampton putting any pressure on us. And I have to say as well that we gave away quite a lot of cheap fouls, and it just wasn't great to see. Um, the play was interrupted quite. Sorry, the play was interrupted several times in the first half, and it was just hard to watch. But overall, definitely not the best performance um, I've seen. Definitely not the best first half performance, but we went into half time with a lead. But in terms of my thoughts on the second half, and yeah, not a great start to the second half at all. We conceded moments after the restart, and I have to say that it was coming with the way we were giving the ball away. And Malang Sarr and Kepa, you can argue. Anyways, Malang Sarr gave sorry, Malang Sarr and Kepa were both at fault for this, in my opinion. Anyways, Malang Sarr gave the ball away. Um, did try to get back, but he couldn't get back. Um, Kepa did try to make a save, but the ball went through him, and Che Adams ended up having a tap in, which is exactly what he did. He just tapped the ball home, and after that, it was um, it was end to end stuff. I have to say that both sides had chances. Yes, we did have more shots than they did and more on target than they did, but um, we didn't really we didn't really create too many gilt-edged chances. If I'm being completely honest, quite a few of our shots in the second half were from outside the box, and I have to say that Sal Niguez was taking some pot shots from outside the box, which was great to see. One of them, you can argue that he should have got on target. The one where he dragged the ball wide, he should have got that on target. Um, there was one where he curled the ball towards the top corner, and had Fraser Forster not got a hand on that, that would have gone in definitely. Um, Callum Hudson-Odoi also had chances. Um, we had a whole host of opportunities to at least test Fraser Forster, but we just didn't. We just struggled to we just didn't put the ball in the back of the net. And I have to say that Southampton, towards the end of the 90 minutes, really did put us under a lot of pressure and forced us back. They got three successive they got three corners they got three consecutive corners in the dying minutes, and if I'm not mistaken, two of them saw Kepa have to make two great saves. And you get what I'm trying to say. I'm muddling my words up, but yes, they really did have some good quality chances in the dying stages of the match, and fair play to them. Fair play to them because on another day they would have tucked those away. But anyways, overall, not the best. Definitely not the best. We could have done a lot better in terms of our ball retention. We could have killed the game off, if I'm being completely honest with you. We certainly could have done a bit better defensively, especially for the goal, but we managed to get through on penalties, which I shall get into now. Um, Great penalty shootout. Yes, Mason Mount did miss his penalty, but it happens. Someone has to miss or see their penalty get saved, and it's just unfortunate that Mason Mount missed his. But thankfully, we still managed to get through anyway. And I have to say that Marcos Alonso, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, and Callum Hudson-Odoi took some really good penalties. Marcos Alonso sent the keeper the wrong way. Callum Hudson-Odoi Was a bit hesitant with his run up, but he still managed to stick the ball into the bottom corner. Great penalty. Reece James sent the keeper the wrong way, and Ben Chilwell put his penalty. He put the ball into the back of the net really well. Southampton did score some good penalties as well. If I'm not mistaken, Shane Long sent Kepa the wrong way and just rolled it in. That's a calm penalty. Um, they did miss two of their penalties, but the other two were really good. I can't remember who took their penalties now, but great penalty shootout for us, and we make it through to the quarterfinals, and the draw will be taking place this Saturday on a program that I actually really like, Soccer AM. Haven't watched it in ages, but anyways, I digress. In terms of the positives and the negatives that I took from the match, and guys, I really do hope that my analysis made sense. But anyways, two positives, one negative. The first positive that I took from today's match is the fact that I felt that Trevor Chalobah was really good, and he was easily our best outfield player because I have to say that he was dealing with a lot. He made a lot of blocks, um, got stuck in, made a lot of challenges, and cleared his lines really well on several occasions. And fair play to him because this is his debut season. Um, this is his debut season with us, so um, we would have had high expectations of him, but he is delivering. And again, fair play to him. That's the first positive that I took from today's match. The second positive that I took from today's match is the fact that we got the job done. Yes, it was ugly. It was very hard to watch, but that's just how football is. We have to deal with it. And today is just one of those days where we can look back on and say that we didn't play our best, but we still managed to get the job done and do it in a way that could have so easily gone against us. But yes, I hope that made sense anyway. But anyways, those are the two positives. Getting into the negatives now, it's an obvious one. Honestly, our ball retention was absolutely shocking in parts of this match, but that will improve. I can understand why it wasn't too great because not only did we not have a team that has played together for a while, Southampton were putting us under a lot of pressure in parts of the game, so you can understand why we were losing the ball quite frequently. And hopefully, we improve on that in the coming games. But anyways, those are the positives and the negatives that I took from the match, and that is it for my thoughts on today's match. Please, guys, do drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, I shall do my very best to respond. But anyways, we shall move on. Now we shall wrap up this review by getting into my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming Premier League fixture that will be taking place this Saturday at St James's Park against Newcastle United with kickoff at 3 p.m. UK time. Honestly, guys, I do believe that we can win this game. Some of the players that played will have to do a lot of recovery, especially Kai Havertz, because I can almost certainly say that he'll be playing up front in this game. But I still believe that we have what it takes to get the job done, and a strong performance is the least I expect. Yes, it's a bit odd for me to say that after a really fierce, closely contested Carabao Cup tie against a good Southampton side, but that is the least I expect from this Chelsea team, and that's just how I see it. But anyways, it will be a tough game because Newcastle United are a good side. Yes, um, we've had some decent times at St James's Park in recent years, but um, Newcastle are a team that know that they have a decent record overall um, at St James's Park against us. I hope that made sense. But anyways, that's all I can say. I will be doing a preview, of course. But anyways, that is it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed it. Yes, I do apologize if it was slightly confusing. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I shall see you all very soon for some more videos. Come on, you Blues. Come on, Thomas Tuchel. And peace. Wow. What a game. See you guys.